surface of the stream is calm, unlike my mind. Beneath the better sand are things not spoken about. You could drop a coin and find it among the shells. You could drop yourself to dampen the bells. But you could try forever and ever in vain to keep your conscience dry.
Hello, this is KK and RK. This is me, KK, and
I'm RK.
RK. Where have we been?
We have, I wasn't here, to be fair.
And why did
And
this
yeah,
happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll cut right to the chase because the first thing that we're going to talk about is that anyway. So I'm going to share the agenda, and the Google page is already loaded. Maybe I should have a blank page so that we don't get distracted. So walk us through the agenda, RK.
Yeah. So the agenda is,
As always, fully prepared. Okay, fine. Because
so wait, I know I have it in a Word doc.
it's okay. I mean, because you're very professional. So what we're going to talk about, 5 things, as always, we are calling this 5 things that we almost forgot about, because it seems like it's been 27 years. That's in the agenda. I think 23 years since we
23
started
years.
streaming. You cancel, I think, about 723 times since the last time. Citing reasons.
Only.
Yeah, sightings, various reasons. We'll talk about that. And we are going to talk about UFC 306, which we watched together. Despite us not wanting to meet each other, be with each other, do things in general in life, we somehow
Like a
managed.
married couple.
Yeah, we kind of sort of did it.
Yeah.
And then we have a special edition of What Have You Cooked Lately? Because I think you shared some interesting information with me. We'll talk about that. And then the final verdict on the movie Laapata Ladies from my side, because you recommended it. And
Yeah.
finally, a random thing, the Matrix movies, and I'll explain why we're talking about all of this. So let's start with, where were we in the last 23 years of our lives?
So technically, we've been right here, considering this is all a matrix.
Are you sure? Okay, I've purposefully moved into our big video screen.
Big screen.
But you can explain to me why you've been saying no to me. I mean, apart from all the other reasons that you have for not hanging. Yeah.
Like, seriously, I've not been here. I was in Bangalore cat sitting. The only friend we have.
Yeah, the only listener who stopped listening after the first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a reason why she stopped listening, because she adopted a little kitten recently who's been very, very sick.
Right.
And so basically fostering a kitten is like having a child, and considering it's very, very tiny, it needs to be fed like 4 times a day, and lots of medications, and a little like wash and everything. So it took forever, and like I haven't slept in, let's say, 14 days. Just
So
It's
you are
been
saying
yeah.
what? Wait. 23 years is what we started off with. Now you're going to 14 days. What is the
I haven't slept in 14 days, but we have.
But we have what?
It felt like 23 years.
Well, okay. So what's a kitten, as in, why is the kitten unwell if somebody were to be listening in?
Actually, its mother was very ill, so we are assuming that so the mother couldn't feed the kitten much because she had to be kept away from the kittens because she was infected and she had fungal infection and whatnot, whatnot. So the kitten is really underweight and needs to be constantly fed, constantly kept warm and all that. And the mother could not do that, so my friend adopted her, and yeah,
The
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 rest is
friend, the
history.
common friend, also already has a cat, right? And there are
Yeah,
problems in keeping the two cats
two
together.
kittens. Yeah, the cat and the kitten together because high chances of them infecting each other.
Yeah, I guess you're choosing to not reveal some of the more like disturbing details.
Gruesome
Yeah,
details.
details of this. But apparently there was another friend of ours who is richer than us. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Who has flown in from another city. So there are three people, three, I would argue, single women taking care of one kitten in
Yeah.
Bangalore, right?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
the okay, anyway, it is inexplicable. I don't get it. I do not understand this, but I also understand because having had so many kittens and having lost maybe half of those kittens in early kittenhood. I can relate to it as the infections are a common thing, and in India at least. I mean, at least we have our cats in our apartments, right? As in,
Yeah.
generally, if back when I was a child and an adolescent, I would not have. My God, I saw something that this cat has torn now. I have to now investigate that. She has gone through a newspaper. I have a cat. That's what you're saying. And for those who are wondering why we have explosions, we are not quite in a golf course in the Trump, whatever Trump's favorite golf course. People are not shooting at us. People would not care to shoot us at us anyway. Um, but it's just Ganpati and all of that. That's what's happening.
Ganpati.
Yeah, and that's the
Good.
theme of our sort of episode. I mean, we took a really big break. And what are the other agenda points I had with me that what's going on? So you've covered that.
Yeah.
So you have Bangalore.
Been
So
there.
how was Bangalore?
Bangalore, the weather, oh my God, the weather's so good. It's it's the blanket weather. You just want to sit in a
You mean
blanket
sweater
and
weather, or is
yeah,
it?
sweater weather. But
I still cannot believe it. I've been to Bangalore a few times, I think, but I've never felt any. I mean, I've just felt always bad about the
the
traffic as
traffic,
always.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only thing
That's
I.
yeah, that's still there. That's really bad. But we never left the house, so that was
Uh,
yeah.
well, anyway,
But it's cooler than Bombay for sure. And it's breezier
yeah.
and there's more space, so there's like you can feel the wind.
I think 92% of the world would be cooler than Bombay by default. I mean, that's how. I mean, cooler not in the temperature sense because the humidity and the the what it
Oh, yeah.
feels like temperature. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that goes without saying. And Bangalore is the one place that people always talk about being very nice. Well,
Nice, yeah.
but the traffic didn't
Weather-wise.
hurt. You didn't have to. You did not at all go anywhere. Wow.
No, we just left once to visit the vet,
Mm.
twice. But yeah, that was also very late at night and also
Mm. So
yeah.
the final agenda point is why are you so hurtful toward me? I mean, what have I done to get to these
I
series of rejections? And
we just met like 2 days ago. I made up,
that
I
is
think.
we do not have evidence for it. I think you may
I
have
made up
evidence,
with
but I.
idlis and vadas were there.
Interesting. So that's a nice segue. We had idlis and vadas while
Yeah.
watching UFC. Would you believe that? I mean, why would you do that? I mean, we did that, but I don't know why. So you watched another entire UFC card with
I
me,
know.
right? So
Yeah.
how was it?
It was a lot of fun. We were not expecting the fights to be this, like, you know, uh, I don't have words, but yeah.
Well, that's not a new thing, but
Yeah, we really weren't expecting the fights to be so engaging, but they all were. Even the women's fights were surprisingly. I mean, we watched them. That's for the first time ever.
okay. So the agenda basically has the sphere as a first thing that we have
Oh,
to talk about. So
oh,
let's talk about the sphere. So
yeah.
were you familiar with the sphere before we discussed starting to watch this card on our televisions?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was. I had seen like some clips online and stuff, and like U2 had performed there, so I'd seen like
Right.
clips of the concert and stuff. Yeah.
And so, did you? Because I haven't. Okay, honestly, I
Oh,
only know this because your ex-employer and my current employer, uh, the boss and the boss's wife, which is another boss, they loved going to Las Vegas and for like a yearly trip, and they have been to the sphere. That's the only sort of anything that I can talk about apart from this UFC thing. And the only thing I know about the sphere, apart from the fact that I know that U2 has performed in it,
yeah,
is the footage that UFC would show us as a
yeah.
promotional material to the fight. So I wasn't at all aware that the sphere isn't a sphere until sort of we watched it. It's sort of like three quarters of us.
Hemisphere. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, something like that. As in, it's more than a hemisphere,
yeah,
less than whatever. And what I loved was how it looks from the outside. So I had no idea.
yeah.
Okay, while we started watching how it's gonna look like. Now I'll throw it back to you. How was it from your point of view? Would you? I mean, obviously, we would not have gotten the experience that people would have,
Yeah,
but if they
yeah,
were inside. But we still managed, right? And how was the
yeah.
camera work? What did you see? I mean,
Oh,
just to
wow.
jog your memory, the first five fights did not have those classical,
Yeah,
the
the
immersive
movies.
graphics and everything.
Yeah,
The movies, the main card or the pay per view had
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So now tell
Hey,
me
can you
how.
show the sphere? Like, just
Okay, let me see. Sphere. Oh wait, I should probably go to
so
the.
they were also showing part of the footage on the outside of the sphere, which was like massive.
Yeah.
But
So
inside, I mean, like,
so this is the sphere. We'll go to the
yeah,
images, right?
yeah.
So this
Whoa,
is what
that's
I.
creepy.
These are the things that I have seen. This
Yeah, yeah,
emoji, sleeping
yeah,
emoji, and everything is what I have seen.
yeah.
Oh my god, I just saw this. Oh my god, this
Oh,
would be
wow.
incredible, wouldn't it?
Yeah. This looks right out of some apocalypse movie, right?
Yeah, let's see some footage. So this
Oh
is what
yeah, that's
we've seen, but
yeah.
inside, yeah, this is a good representation, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
yeah.
crowd, and I think this is
So
the octagon,
yeah.
right? This is the
Yeah,
octagon,
the little thing
and we are sort of surrounded. And I've since this event, I have listened to a lot of podcasts of people who went
went
for
there.
the event, and they felt. Remember, there was something like confetti or leaves or something falling, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you thought
yeah.
that it was real leaves, and they really thought that it was real leaves, even though it was clearly, it
No,
was
but like a part of it fell. Just a part of the
Yeah, but I
audience.
think it is what I understood. We'll have to check on this. But
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
understood is that because of the curved nature of the
Curvature, yeah,
screen,
yeah.
it seemed like it was falling in.
It's
Is what
falling.
I thought.
But how cool was that?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly was disappointed by the first fights because we just had, for example, the card that comes up to explain the metrics of the fighter, how tall
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
and everything, age and everything. That was sort of projected, unlike like it's like a floating sort of like a window on a normal
yeah,
broadcast. This
yeah,
was sort of projected onto the wall of the sphere itself, so it looked actually quite like less impressive than the actual ones. But just after the pay-per-view, when they started showing these mini movies
yeah,
highlighting Mexican culture and how they've come, and from the
yeah,
past to the
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it
And
was
how
very.
important fighting was for the Mexicans.
Yeah, it was very very cool, I thought.
Yeah, it
and
was really cool.
and I really enjoyed it. So let's now
Yeah,
talk a little bit about the card itself. Now
yeah.
I want you to go at it because you've you pretended to take notes as far as I can see. Let's see. Yeah.
So we
So
had a bet about how many finishes and how many decisions would be made, and I was like, it'll be 50-50, and you were like, no,
Five, yeah. So you said out of 10 fights, five
five.
would be
Yeah,
finishes and
and
five would
five
be
would be
obviously
decisions.
decisions.
Yeah,
So do you want to go from the reverse, early prelims onward? What do you
yeah,
want to do? Okay, fine. So
yeah. We
let's go.
go. Okay, yeah. Early prelims.
So only one early prelim was there.
Yeah,
Raul Rosar
right.
Jr. versus I think Chi Leng Aori. I don't remember. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
what did you have any thoughts on this?
So it was nice. He looked like Squidward, so he laughed a lot about that.
Okay, Raul
And
Rosas Jr. So what I remember from this is that I told you that he is a prodigy and everything, and he's
yeah,
very good, but he wasn't really that good. And he at the end of the fight, which he
but
sort
he
of
won. He kind of
he
won.
did win, but he wasn't impressive. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then he said that this he has to get a fight bonus, like the whatever, and that was a
yeah. Yeah,
joke.
he was.
Yeah, considering the fights that we witnessed after that, I mean, he obviously did not have a clue
Yeah,
as to what would happen, but that performance would not have merited any bonus, judging by what has been given out, right? So let's go to
yeah,
the
yeah,
prelim card. So we'll
yeah.
start with the first. Do you want to read the names? Edgar.
Edgar Chires and Joshua Van.
Do you remember this fight? This
Yeah,
was a very
I
good
do, I
fight.
do. It was a great fight. Very unexpected
Yes.
stuff happened. And yeah, a lot of
And
punches and a lot of wrestling.
well, that sounds like very. I mean, you must be about.
We thought there would be like a knockout, but then it ended in a decision as everything else.
Right. I think this is about the time that we sort of started digging into the idlis. I said I was very hungry and all of that, and
Yeah,
I honestly don't remember too much of this fight except the fact that I thought Joshua Van was a good fighter and
yeah,
he
he was
turned out
very
to
good.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
So then the next one, do you remember this? This was another uh, as in a woman's strawweight
Yeah.
fight,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah.
was one of the two decisions. Sorry, one of the two finishes. It was a
Finish, yeah.
submission.
Yeah.
Yasmin Jauregui,
Jauregui.
Caitlin Souza. So this was,
Yeah.
I think, Caitlin Souza had a very good submission. I
Yeah.
actually forget.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
from here on, things were
Oh, it went
incredible.
down.
Do you remember this Ignacio
Yeah.
Bahamondes,
Yeah, yeah.
that
Was
replay?
a knockout.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So,
my God, we
no,
weren't expecting it.
right.
Huh.
But do you remember how many of us, it was like a perfect counter punch, as in
Yeah.
the Manuel Torres was he's a
Yeah.
crazy guy. He was doing this, and then this guy found that little gap,
The
and
little gap,
what
yeah.
a wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
this
that
is
was
very.
so good.
Yeah, so this is when we were here. This was 2-2. This is the only time your prediction would have worked out. From
Yeah.
then on, it was a bit of a slog. But then we had the worst cut in the history of the world of cuts when
Yeah.
Norma Dubon gave. I don't know. It looked like what the commentator said, that Irene Aldana needed a plastic surgery immediately or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
It was very
gruesome.
slow, but she was getting punched left, right, and center, and then her forehead just split open and all that.
Okay, I'll let you go through the main card from the bottom up. So the
Yeah.
first fight was Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osborne. Do you
Cody
remember this?
Osborne. Checking my notes.
Okay, I'll jog your memory. So Ronaldo
the-
Rodriguez is that
Yeah.
crazy. He yelled in, I think, is he Brazilian or Mexican? I forget. Let me just take a look. Born.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but I don't remember where he's from actually. I just want to make sure.
Mexican.
Mexican. Okay, so he's a Mexican.
Yeah.
So he must have yelled at Ode Osborne
Okay.
for like 2 minutes in the what is it, pre-fight press conference,
Okay.
and in this fight, Ode Osborne was winning, I think, the first round, but then this guy did some crazy stuff. This was a very good fight. So this was a third or fourth such fight where it was like going from good to even better and everything. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
eventually, so Ronaldo Rodriguez won. Then
He
we have,
submission, no?
No, it was a decision. That's the only two. We
Oh
have
yeah,
already
yeah.
gone
Okay,
past.
yeah, it was
All
decision.
the
Yeah.
main card
I-
fights were decisions, right? Now, this one, this Daniel Zellhuber versus Stan
Oh,
Ribowitz,
oh
this
man,
was.
what a fight that was. Ribowitz, whatever. He was just punching like insane. Oh God.
Yeah, this was the many consider this to be the probably the fight of the year
Yeah.
slash the round of the year, because the third round was crazy because there were many times when the fight could have been stopped, but it wasn't stopped. This is I mean I really did not know about Rebowitz until
Yeah.
and remember I've been telling you that the lightweight division is the craziest division, that every fighter, and I think we talked about an Indian fighter as well. We'll hopefully see him soon.
Yeah.
Daniel Zellhuber was I mean I knew about him as a very good fighter, but Rebowitz was a revelation from Argentina, that too, and
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of both of these fighters. Now I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now let's go to the featured bout, which is not the main event. We
Yeah.
have Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Now tell me what you thought about it.
So Lopez was like throwing a lot of high kicks and like he was very good. Again weren't expecting him to do so well. We were like, yeah, whatever. And then we were all like glued to.
Well, I think I told you that Brian Ortega is one of those guys who basically
Yeah,
almost always
dies
like
and then
yeah,
resurrects
yeah,
himself.
and he that kind of happened in the first round where Diego Lopez is a
Yeah.
very sort of up and coming fighter, very interesting fighter, but he wanted to finish apparently Brian Ortega to sort of establish his sort of challenge for the championship. But
Okay.
that didn't happen. But it was a very good fight. He's got a funky haircut. I'm really looking forward to this guy. He had a
Hmm.
sort of a weird start in the UFC. He lost the first two fights, but then he's been on a tear since then. I think he's
Okay.
only lost to a very good fighter who's about to be challenging for the title. I think. Anyway, this is what I remember. And now we've gone to the two championship fights. So what did you think of Alexa Grasso and Valentina
Oh my
Shevchenko?
God. So we were rooting for Alexa Grasso because she was the the like she was holding the title. But
Wait. We had another sort of bet going, right?
yeah,
So what was the other bet?
you say it. I'm still recovering from the loss.
No, we said that titles changing hands.
Yeah.
You said one title will change hands, and I said
Yeah.
both will change
Both
hands,
will
and
change
and
hands.
this happened. Even though, look,
But
both the
that's
fight.
probably because you had already seen part of the
No, I
results, don't
hadn't.
you?
Look, I mean, I had. Okay, we did something very stupid. So, RK, I had asked you to look at Merab Dvalishvili's YouTube videos, and as the fight card was, I think when Raul Rosas Jr. had said that he wanted a fight bonus or something, I said, have you seen Dvalishvili's videos? And I somehow managed to go to YouTube, and I mean, without realizing that, so we were watching. We had recorded the event, right? So we were watching it later than the event. So it was just after the main event had concluded. So I don't even know if what we had seen would be what I
Yeah.
had. So I just saw post fight interview. I did not see anything else, and I realized that I shouldn't be doing it because I generally do not do. YouTube or social media while I'm watching a pre-recorded sporting event.
Yeah.
So I don't know it, and I did not expect it, but because you went one, I didn't want to go zero. I had only other option. I went for
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what did you think of Shevchenko? What did you think of Grasso? You captured Grasso's disappointment and frustration going back to the
God, she
chair.
was so pissed off. She really wanted to hold on to the title because of the previous two matches, and like they were not sure and all that.
Yeah.
You know, like anyway, so she was good, but Shevchenko just was, I mean, constantly submitting her to the floor, and she was so angry. Oh. It
Shevchenko.
was fun to watch her, pissed off after every round. She's like, oh,
Yeah. Shevchenko is considered to be the goat of the women's divisions in general, and this is so we did not expect. But then
yeah.
we come to the main event. What did you think of Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili? Have you watched the videos yet?
No, I saw some of Dolishali, but like just the shots. Yeah.
So you
The
go
ones
watch
you
it.
already told me about, where
Yeah.
he comes and takes Sean O'Malley out of his house and all that.
Wait, so because you haven't done anything at all, as in
Yeah.
preparation wise, you're so bad.
Yeah.
Uh, Wait, hold on. Merab, funny videos, smoke. Maybe I'll just open this video and see if it plays. Damn it, it's on Facebook. Okay, I have to find. I cannot
Well,
find anything. I mean,
that
anyway,
is
it's
it,
on
right?
Instagram or whatever.
Oh yeah, TikTok and all that.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about this. So,
Yeah.
what did you think of the fight?
So Sean O'Malley generally just punches the shit out of everyone and finishes the match in like 2 seconds and all that. But Dvalishvili was like, no, I'm going to make everyone look normal and all that. He's like, I'm gonna make Sean O'Malley thinks he's amazing, but I'm gonna make him look normal. And he just came and he just took him down all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
didn't let him do anything.
at the end of the fight, we were sure that Dvalishvili had won, but we thought that it was. I think the third round, we thought
Yeah.
that would be the one that Sean O'Malley. But all the judges gave the third round, and two of the judges gave the fifth round to
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So this was a crazy fight night. Only 10 fights, but because of the 8 decisions, which meant we went like
It
3 or
went
5
on for.
rounds.
Yeah.
It was a longish card, and we what did we do? As in, we made did we make something at all around the card? No, right? We just sat
No,
there.
we
We
just
had tea
sat.
at the end. Yeah, yeah. We just sat there and watched.
Yeah.
We did nothing at all. Before we go, because we are talking about cooking next anyway, but let's to take a look at the next one.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend there is no card, but the next one is in Paris, France.
Wow.
And this is Benoit Saint-Denis is crazy, and so is Renato Moicano. But I absolutely love this guy. This is a
Okay.
French fighter, and I'm totally gonna root. Then we have Brendan Allen, very good fighter, taking on Nasruddin Imavov in the middleweight, which is where Duplessis and Adesanya
Yeah.
are and everybody.
Yeah.
Then I think I'm not sure about this fight, as in I think Joe Anderson Brito is a very good fighter as far as I remember. This guy Brian Battle is a new sort of a young prospect. He has come through Dana White's Contenders series.
Okay.
He talks a big game. He looks like this, but he speaks like a 50-year-old. I'll explain that when you watch him. And we have some lightweight fights as well. Wait, hold on. How many fights are there? Cancel. This is okay. Matt Frivola is there. This is an interesting fight. So I'm not sure of this featherweight fight. Gabriel Miranda versus Morgan Charrier. So anyway, so we will watch it. We will probably watch it, I think, together. Maybe
Yeah.
not. We'll see how it is. I have to kill a mosquito. My God. Terrible.
Third world problems.
Third world problems. Okay, you'll do proper research on this. I think you promised me already. So yeah.
What,
Okay.
mosquito kill hai?
No, the next card.
Yeah. I
Okay.
will watch all the interviews and all the press conferences and all the.
Okay, so now we are on to the third point, right? So what have you cooked lately? So I'm going to switch back to our big screen because I don't think we are sharing screen anyway. All right. So what have you cooked lately? You, Arkin.
I tried making this Mangalorean curry called chicken gussi.
Okay, explain to the
Gussi.
audience what chicken gussi is.
Chicken gussi is there's this thing called kori roti, which is a very Mangalorean dish, and kori roti is like this rice. It's literally like rice paper, but like dosa consistency, but crispy dosa consistency, and that is supposed to be mixed with the gussi or like a curry and eaten. So it's supposed to soak in the curry, and then you're supposed to like So I
So
tried making the curry.
you did make the curry.
I did make the curry, yeah.
And how was it?
So so our the only friend we have, she is a Mangalorean, and she said it turned out pretty well. She
I
really
see.
liked it. So
Does she cook
yeah,
as well?
no, she eats.
Okay, my cat is annoying me. Hold on. Blue, please get. So she's chasing after, the journal that I have where I sketch and everything. It has a sort of a thing to keep the.
The
Yeah, so
feather,
that string is what I think
sorry,
she's trying.
string. Yeah.
Anyway, so she has to annoy me. Anyway, go on. So this one, have you had you made this before? Or was this the first
So
time
I
you're
had tried
attempting?
making it once before, but people at my place don't eat spicy and add the right amount of chili. But the second time I made it, I
Go on, go on. I can hear because I need to
will she
figure.
make like a special appearance?
Let me see if I can entice her into.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh hey, hi. Hi
yeah,
Blue. Blue.
yeah. So she's
Nice.
annoyed with me. Yeah. Anyway, so go on.
So Gussie is basically the base of it is Kashmiri lal mirch, which is not spicy, but it's heaty. Like it adds quite
Hmm.
a good amount of heat. So when I made it the first time, I couldn't add that much because I'm very distracted.
Ba- Bastard.
Beep.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so the second time I made it, I like added a lot of extra things and too much curry leaf and all that, which made it even more delicious. And then I added coconut milk on top, just
Hmm.
all the
Okay, so
yeah,
we've got to make some of these. I mean, I think so far, I think you've made basically. We've basically cooked what stir fry, and I've made some dal and vegetables and everything.
yeah,
You've made some vegetables, as in when we are
yeah,
cooking together. We have to sort of go into these.
yeah.
Let me tell you what I've been making. So, are you familiar with putta, the
Yes, yes,
steamed
yes.
rice cake? Okay, she's going nuts. Okay, she's now fighting another one. So she's got. I haven't shown you this, have I? This is
Yeah.
her. Yeah. So
A
this is.
child.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So I've sent her away. So she. Sorry. I have been making putta. I mean, in the sense, I have these prepackaged putta. What is it? Pudi, right? The thing that you make putta with. And I
Yeah.
had a couple of bags of it lying, and my partner, our friend, he loves making all sorts of mallu curry. So he made an egg roast and egg curry twice in separate occasions, and obviously the it is perfect to go with putta. Yeah. So I made half a lot, like they come out as like cylinders, right? So
Yeah.
I made four such cylinders like maybe 5 days ago, and this morning I made like 6 cylinders of
Wow.
those. Yeah, and so I've been eating all the things that we made, in the sense partner and I made, and it is great to be had with the banana as well, with banana and sugar, if you have noticed, and ghee and everything.
Yeah.
So that's something, and yeah, I think that's a main thing that I've been making, but I've been eyeing to sort of make something like what you have made, and it is sort of
But you made
interesting.
the beef curry also, right?
Yeah, but I did not make it in
Oh,
the
okay.
sense. Yeah, I generally do not do these complex recipes and everything. I
Ah,
stick to simpler
yeah.
something that I already know is what is simple. I make kadla curry, egg roast, and everything, but at the same time, I don't generally make it.
Okay.
So that's the thing, and I've been meaning to make some curry anyway, and maybe next time when you come, maybe we can make the Mangalorean stuff. Do you know how to make
Yeah.
neer dosas?
No, but I can follow a recipe.
Okay. Okay, so let's plan on doing that. So
Yeah. Okay.
this is
Sounds good.
yeah,
I
I
can make
don't.
stew. I can make stew, like the
We'll have to make
basic.
appam, right? Or
Yeah.
idiyappam with it then. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We have a lot of UFC cards to sort of burn through
Yeah.
anyway. So
We go every South Indian state at a time.
okay, I honestly I think I like Andhra spice a
Yeah.
lot. So
Yeah.
maybe, but I'm a very sort of Kerala and occasionally Tamil cuisine kind of a guy. I do not know much about Kannadiga or Kannada cuisine.
Yeah, even I don't know much other
Yeah.
than like donne biryani and you know what donne biryani is?
No,
They
I
serve it
haven't.
in that
What is
paper.
this?
Sorry, they serve it in uh, leaf
Okay.
katoras.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next one, the last point on our agenda.
Not last, what?
Oh wait, second last. Sorry.
Second
Second last
last. Yeah.
is. So I was hoping that we had ended before midnight, so before the things, my lights go off.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready today. Yeah,
okay,
you may speak.
RK, you can explain why you're doing this. So we are talking about the movie Laapata Ladies, which I finished
Yes, I've
watching.
finally watched it. Yeah, okay.
You watched it as well.
Yeah, I
This I
have.
cannot. Okay. And what did you think of it?
I
I'll share my verdict later.
I think it's like it was like a subtle feminist approach
I don't think it was
because
subtle at all. It is a very pro-feminist thing, right? As in,
yeah, but
if
like it's not like in your face feminism. It's a very I really like that it's hidden behind the humor. That is what I really enjoyed.
see, I kind of disagree because I think, look, this Chaya Kadam Manju Mai was the most pro-feministic in the
Yes.
sense she was
Okay,
very
yeah.
realistic
She
about
was
how Indian women are treated. How so the synopsis is that in the middle of, let's say, what is it, north, mid, central north India, a lot of weddings happen together, and once you are married, the woman is supposed to basically be very submissive and have a sort of a dupatta on her. She's not supposed to make eye contact, not take the name of her husband. Yeah, like how RK is being right now. And the simple plot is that a bride gets lost or mistakenly taken to another groom's, and this is partly to do with the fact that this woman, this wonderful actress, she chose to not go with her actual husband because that husband was a weird guy. And
yeah.
so there's a like a wife swapping, not in the porn sense or whatever, but at the same time, this happens. And so both, one bride gets to stay in a railway station and gets to hang out with these Chotu and Manju Mai at a sort of a sandwich samosa kind of a stall, and she
Yeah.
sort of learns the ways of the world. Whereas this Shyam Manohar Ravi Kishan guy is a star. He's a police constable or something, and
Switch
he.
the screen now.
Wait, I haven't. Oh, wait. Oh,
No, no.
sorry. That was very bad. So this is what I was trying to show you. So this guy was the police guy who wanted to make some money out of this thing by sort of, I think, I don't know, bribing slash threatening the which one? This one, Jaya, right? Jaya, because
Yeah.
she had some jewelry and everything. Anyway, so I thought these characters and Jaya were very sort of pro. As in, Jaya wanted to continue studying and everything, and that's why she did not want to go with
Yeah.
the original wedding. That was very strong. These people were very realistic. This sort of
You know
coming
that
off.
the
Yeah.
lady Chaya Kadam, she stays very close to my house.
Really?
Yeah, she knows my mom.
Tell her that we loved. I mean, I
Yeah.
really loved the.
Yeah, I do
yeah.
see her as.
Yeah. And this Phul Kumari's character, she's very naive, and she eventually learns the ways of the world as well. And Sparsh Srivastava is the sort of sympathizable sort of a male character.
Yeah.
He basically just wants to be with his wife, but is also supportive. All the other
Yeah,
characters are on the negative side, I think, in general. And if there
Yeah.
is this, what is it? There are these characters, right? Wait, what am I trying to do? Hold on. So this Yashoda is the mother-in-law, right, for
Yeah.
the Fool Kumari. She's eventually become supportive and everything. And there are a
Uh,
lot of interesting characters. This is the negative character of Jaya, as in the husband of
husband.
the actual husband of Jaya. So anyway, I thought I really liked the movie, and in fact,
Yeah.
after watching this movie, I feel more like watching like on Netflix and everything. I
Yeah.
want to pick up a good. Uh, as in what is it, Bollywood is probably not the right term for it, but Hindi movie, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
of the independent sort of type. So I absolutely enjoyed it. Thanks for recommending. So this is the third movie out of the five I've watched. I think two, because
Yeah.
I watched a sequel of one of the first movies. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the movies. um Having said that, I do not know what I should watch next, but I ended up watching Matrix
What? Oh.
Resurrections, and that's the reason why the last thing is there on the agenda. But
Yeah.
before we go there, you have started or finished watching a new movie, isn't that right? The one that dropped on Netflix recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Sector 36 it's called.
You've watched it,
Yeah, I finished.
and how do you think it is?
I
Quickly.
absolutely loved it. It's kind of like a lot of people have sort of are against, not against, but didn't like the fact that it strayed a lot from what the actual story was. So it's based on the real case of the Nithari murders.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of it is like off. I mean, creative liberties have been taken,
Right.
but their acting is outstanding.
Okay. So
You must watch it.
yeah, I mean, Vikrant Massey is there anyway, so I'm going to be watching it. So, RK, I'm aware of time, and I'm trying to finish this episode before the stroke of midnight, right?
Yeah.
So, the last point, obviously, is Matrix Resurrections, but let's quickly talk about. Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Have you watched this?
No, I haven't watched Matrix Resurrections because I heard it's very, very bad.
So I'm halfway through the movie, like how I was with Laapata Ladies in our last
Okay.
stream, and I do not think that it's that bad. Even though I can see why it is kind of worse. Like it's probably the Alien. Prometheus, Covenant, those were not as good as Alien One, Aliens, etc. That's the way I'm looking at it. And to be fair,
Yeah.
I was anyway intending to watch it. It came out in 2021, and I think it came out
Yeah.
in theaters in 2022 in India, if I'm not mistaken. And I wanted to watch it, but I did not get to watch it, and I had forgotten a lot of the detail of the Matrix. And this is pretty much a flashback, and there's a lot of flashing back in this. You can pretty much catch up with the entire movie. And obviously, do you want to explain what you've heard about the movie, because you haven't watched it?
About Matrix Resurrection.
Yes, yes.
So what I heard about Resurrection is that Neo is now like he's a game developer or something,
Mm-hmm.
and he's developing the Matrix.
Yeah, I
Something
mean,
like that.
it's the same sort of a thing. In the original movie, he's a sort of I think he is a computer engineer or something, and he's hacking
Hacker,
and
he's a
and finally
hacker,
finds
yeah.
the Morpheus. So
Yeah.
in both cases, the thing that Neo, or what is it? What is his full name? Thomas Anderson. Is
Thomas
that right?
Anderson.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever they are doing is what appears to them as real, but it's actually
Yeah.
a simulation, right? And that's
Yeah.
a way that this is also leading to eventually.
Correct.
So there are, I think, for instead of Morpheus, there is a Morpheus.
There's a new Morpheus,
Yeah,
right?
things like that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so anyway, let me finish watching the movie and maybe commenting on it. And
Yeah.
I actually do not. I mean, I even though I've slept to the movie, I mean that's a classical case with me. I sleep when I'm watching movies. I fall asleep. So I have slept twice already, but that doesn't mean that the movie is that bad. So I'm looking forward to the rest of it. What do you think of Matrix, the original 3 movies? I think. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Like I've like watched Matrix 1 very like ardently, and then the other two I was like I watched it in parts, and then I wasn't really invested in it
Hmm.
because I felt like they just like I don't know. I didn't like enjoy it as such. But Matrix 1 I really enjoyed because that was like the
Yeah.
introduction to the whole thing, and it really changed the way I thought about the world, where I thought
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is all an illusion and everything is a, you know,
Okay, simulation. Yeah.
it's a lie. Yeah.
So there are some interesting sort of. I think if you're interested in reading, Neuromancer and I
Yeah.
think what is it? Neil Stephenson's. I forget the name of the book. Hold on, Neil Snow Crash. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
These are interesting sort of. Let's say books. The other one is obviously Neuromancer. I think you must have heard of it. These two are classical
Yeah.
cyberpunk novels, which are sort of inspired. No, which have inspired the movie Matrix,
The
and
Matrix.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's a very sort of like I don't know Cliff Notes version of how what inspirations would have been for Matrix. So in my personal opinion, I caught up with Matrix about 5 years after it got released, and it was on a very bad like a DVD, I mean CD or something, and I really when I prepared for Resurrections is when I watched some of the clips from the original movies, and
Origin.
I
Yeah.
saw the I haven't watched the good quality copies of those movies, and
Yeah.
I think I must have watched all of them because I think I watched all of it in 2004,
Yeah.
and from that point of view, I'm not sure. I liked it. I was not completely. I was in a science fiction spree anyway, so I kind
Yeah.
of liked it. But right now, in the context of this movie, I want to rewatch them again, and it is not
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
go to waste. And I really like some of the basic sort of the way that we think about the world, like how you said
Yeah.
philosophy
Yeah.
about
Yeah. A
what the
lot
world
of
is.
philosophical conundrums, right?
Yeah.
Throughout the movie.
Right. So looking forward to it, and I think we are at the stroke of midnight. So
Yeah.
let's try to end the show. So RK, that's the
Wait, before
lights.
that,
What is
red
it?
pill or fuck
I think
that.
I'll always choose.
Yeah.
I'll always choose the red pill to know the reality for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let
Solid.
me see. Wait, this is awkward. This light is always awkward. Let me just
Yeah.
turn on
Why
the
did
light.
that just go off?
It is programmed to go off. This is my cue to sort of shut down for the day. And hold on, just a sec.
I'm taking the blue pill.
Why? Do you want us go back to?
Enough of the red pill. I've seen too much of reality.
Yeah, now it is not even opening. Damn it.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Hold on, just a sec. You can talk through the deadness of. It's also Alexa's problem, and the Alexa app sometimes is very awkward. It doesn't respond. You can say something,
Yeah.
RK.
What do you want me to say?
You can. We haven't.
So you know what? I'm also going to watch Matrix, the ones that I not like. Maybe, just maybe I may like them now. You know?
Yeah.
I'll swallow the red pill and watch them.
Okay. Wait. I still haven't managed to open. As in the. Oh my God. This is terrible. Okay. This is probably the worst that
How
I've ever
many
had.
wait, how many Agent Smiths would it take to change? Oh, the
Yeah.
light bulb.
Agent Smith's today change the light bulb. It'll be infinite, right? Because
Yeah.
they'll make copies of
Especially in
themselves.
Matrix Reloaded.
They'll keep on making copies of themselves, absorbing them
Yeah.
into previous
Yeah.
versions of. Enough, please. So RK, if people remember, we were trying to stream to other platforms and everything, which we did not do, which we'll have to try to do next time with our stingers. We currently have a stinger copied from, downloaded free stinger from.
Yeah.
What is it? I forget. Elgato or whatever.
Yeah.
No, she's really annoying me. She's dropped some pens. Please, F off. Yeah. Okay.
she wants your attention.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because of the firecracker. Because
Firecracker.
yeah. Anyway, so where can people find us? And are we going to go on more than one social media platform?
So Twitch
And YouTube.
and YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Are we planning to sort of? Nobody's watching anyway. So, do you want to
This
do
is just for
Facebook?
us. Facebook, but we need an account.
Yeah,
'Cause I can't
restream
do it
account.
on my account. People already think we're married and all. I want them thinking, you know.
Okay, fine. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll figure it out how we're going to do
Yeah.
it. So, if people want to know more about RK, they can go to more
Just
mob.
don't.
They don't. And if they
And-
want to know more about me, they can hang out or check out the Engaging Life blog. You just search for it. It's on WordPress and lots of stuff. Anyway, so when do you plan to come back and do another stream episode? How about Thursday? Are
Yeah.
you all right? So maybe
Wait, Thursday is like tomorrow.
day after. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So maybe Sunday. We don't know yet.
Sunday is,
Maybe.
Sunday sounds good.
Okay. So
Yeah.
until then, until the next time, this is
Yeah.
KK and that
And
is,
this is RK.
and we will see you. And we did okay despite having
Yeah, we
not.
really did okay. I mean,
Despite
despite the 23 years gap.
Yeah, gap between. Wait, 23 years? It reminds me, 1999 and 2022. That's also 23 years, right?
Yeah.
It's 22 years because I think it's 2021. Anyway, so that is.
24. Yeah.
No. What I mean is 1999 is the original movie. Matrix Resurrections was released in 2021. That's 22 years. We randomly used 23
Oh
years.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
What a glitch in the matrix.
All right. So until the next time, this is KK and RK doing okay. Bye-bye.